Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Music Mondays podcast. It's your boy Zom Slays. I hope you're well. I hope you're chilling. This is episode 95. What's going down? How is everybody, man? So tonight we have a very semi kind of different episode. Not really. I'm gonna bring Sunset on the show for a couple minutes. We're gonna talk about the foundation competition. We're going to go through the producer submissions, and then we're going to talk about Music Mondays updates. We'll go through regular submissions. It'll be a good show. So, without further ado, let's bring on the homie Sunset. So, Sunset recently worked very, very hard on the Foundation Challenge, and I have Sunset here live with me in the Music Mondays Discord. Sunset, how are you, my friend?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm well. Monday again, my friend. So, I brought you on this week to speak a little bit about the foundation, and we're going to talk about the producer segment of this challenge.
Awesome.
So, before we get into submissions, would you like to explain the foundation a little bit to everybody who is not aware or does not know about the foundation challenge?
Yeah, so basically I dropped a beat tape and a loop kit in combination. So if any producers or vocalists want to go experiment on a track, they are free to. And yeah, this is going to be like a showcase for the submissions we got so far. And I'm pretty excited.
Let's fucking get it, baby. Yeah, so we have a couple of tutorials available on the Music Mondays YouTube channel as well. The first video is really explaining the competition in more detail, as well as all links to the written article, and the loop kit is available in that video, as well as a tutorial Sunset did yesterday we dropped, which you need to go check out, where Sunset flipped and remixed a instrumental on the project to show you guys exactly what it should look like, essentially, and how you can do that in a real easy fashion. So, first, we're going to hop over to the actual tweet of the foundation, because we had two ways you could submit. You could either email Sunset, or you could drop your links below the foundation tweet here. Both of which will be in the description if you're watching on YouTube as well, or you can go check out our social media where everything is available regarding the foundation. But you don't have to submit via Twitter. You could submit via email, like I said, or you could drop it in the Music Mondays Discord, whichever you're comfortable with. Just make sure you get in contact with either myself or Sunset if you're interested in submitting an instrumental or vocals. So, our first submission from the Foundation Challenge that is an instrumental is from a Music Mondays staff member known as Ivica Glass. Ivica has been absolutely killing it in the writing section of the Music Mondays content game. So I'm very, very excited to hear this, because we don't get to hear much from Ivica musically. So, Sunset, I'm sure you have the stream open on your end, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay. All right, so this is Ivica's submission for the Foundation Challenge. Let's check this out. is actually nuts.
Yeah, bro, this is insane.
Damn. Jesus Christ. Holy shit.
Jeez.
All right. So, normally I would just go right in with a reaction and review, but Sunset, feel free to give some thoughts on this.
Yeah, so I never thought that melody could sound like that. That's nuts, dude. Like when I made that, it was like on a completely different BPM, on a completely different like I don't even like melody. I don't even know, dude. Like he chopped it, I think, a lot, and he did a lot with that. So like, I have to give props to that because that was fucking sick.
Love
There's
that.
a couple people in the Music Mondays Discord that I think could actually do some crazy vocals on that one. So like, I'm hoping to see that by the next couple weeks.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, um, yeah, I completely agree with Sunset. This was a crazy ass take on what the Foundation originally was as a sound. So this is a real pleasure. We got Bloodcat Cole in chat. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're well. Hi. I missed the intro. Shit's dummy. I want it. Let's fucking go. Okay. So as far as instrumentals go regarding the Foundation, make sure you hit up anybody who submitted to the Foundation if you want to collaborate with them on a song for the next segment of the Foundation, which we'll be explaining after submissions. So that was the first instrumental for the Foundation. Now, this next one here is available in the Music Mondays Discord, and I'll actually pull it up for us right now. And this one is actually from Absolno, which is going to be really, really fucking nuts. I definitely have a feeling this is going to be really nuts. The waveform already kind of says it all, so we'll see. This is the second instrumental for the Foundation Challenge submitted by Absolno. Let's get into it. Wow.
Yeah, what the fuck? This goes hard. Jeez.
The way it comes back in.
better than the original.
Oh my god. Good outro too. That is fucking funny, dude. Holy shit. Wow. Wowie wow 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 wow. Okay. Sunset, give us some thoughts.
Yeah. Okay. So
God
like
damn.
he
That's good.
definitely made that better than could have. I feel like because like I made that beat so long ago, and it was actually like I threw it in right at the end as I was uploading. I was like, you know what? This melody's like simple. I could export it, put it in the loop kit real easy.
Huh.
Bam. And then I just did it, and then he just fucking blew it out of the water. So like that's sick as fuck.
Let's fucking go, man. Yeah. So 2 submissions so far that completely used elements from the loop kit and pretty much reconstructed everything from scratch. This was quite an experience, but this isn't even close to the end of the Foundation Challenge. We are going into our next week, and that brings up our next segment, and that's vocals. So, Sunset, explain to us what the vocal segment entails.
Yeah. So basically, you have access to any of the beats that I just dropped in the loop kit. They're included in there. So you can rap on those if you want, or you could ask anybody that's just dropped these 2 beats to collab with them, and then try and use those. Either way, that's like 7 or 8 beats you could use
Yep,
right now for
yep.
free that are all pretty damn hard, I would say.
Spamming the link in chat. Everybody go download this loop kit right now. Do it. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I thoroughly enjoy hearing like the ways people flip these because yeah, it's just like it's like talking with someone with a different viewpoint. It's like, damn,
Mm-hmm.
never even thought of that at all. That's
Yep.
crazy.
Yep. So yeah, essentially, we'll be moving into the next week, and this time next week, me and Sunset will be joining up again to check out everybody's vocal submissions for either the remixed instrumentals or the instrumentals that Sunset originally put out for the Foundation project. So let's fucking get it. Huge shout out to the Music Mondays community for actually taking that kit and running with it, man. You guys did an excellent fucking job. Shout out to Absono and Ivica. You guys are amazing.
Thank you
Um
guys, bro.
yeah, of course, of course. Big shout out to you guys. Sunset, feel free to mention anything else. Drop your handles. Tell everybody what's coming up next, and you'll be joining us next week as well, right?
Yeah, I'll stop by for sure.
Excellent, excellent.
Um, I mean, this was one of the bigger things I've been working on for a while. Just been plotting on like the best way to do it. But I got some vocal stuff in the works. I might be doing a vocal tutorial here in the next week or two, so stay on the lookout for that. Definitely got like an album at least coming before the year's over. So, yeah, stay tuned.
Let's fucking get it, baby. That's what I like to hear. Alrighty, well, that does it for our foundation segment of this week. We'll see you guys next week for another segment of the foundation, and we'll go through vocal submissions, talk about the foundation again. Hopefully, we'll have a vocal tutorial out. Make sure you guys show some love to Sunset. Of course, check out the description if you're watching on YouTube. All the information for the foundation and all of Sunset's socials will be linked in the description, and make sure you go check out the foundation loop kit I linked in chat as well. There's Sunset's Twitter in the chats as well. Make sure you go check that out. Go show Sunset some love. Sunset, thank you for coming on, my friend. I am going to continue on with the show. We're going to go into regular submissions. Feel free to hang out, and we'll see you next week, my friend.
All right, peace out, y'all.
Alrighty, later. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So, chat, that was well motherfucking done. Well done. Huge shout out to Sunset. Ivica, yes, we did react to your instrumental. You fucking snapped this week. Absolno with the Young Lean Type B. Absolno fucking killed it. But what's good, Mark? What's good, Cole? What's good, everybody? I hope you're well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So you guys know the drill. Back to regular scheduled programming. Next week we'll be going over vocals. So make sure you hit up Ivica or Absolno if you're interested in using any of those instrumentals, or feel free to use any of the instrumentals on the Foundation project. And like I said, if you're watching on YouTube, all that stuff is linked down in the description. Or if you're interested, check out the article I just linked in chat. Check out Sunset socials, and of course, everything's available on our socials. So, episode 95. What's been going on with Music Mondays? What's new in the last week? How are we doing? Let's break it down. So, if you missed it, episode 94 is available on all audio platforms. Google Podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that good stuff. Episode 94 is also available on our YouTube channel. Definitely go check that out if you haven't already. Huge shout out to anybody that submitted and showed love to that. About 5 episodes away from 100, man. 5 episodes away. You know, I used to separate the Music Monday seasons by 50 episodes, but I think from now on we're gonna do like 30. So at like 130 we'll do like season 4 instead of 50, because I feel like 50 episodes is that's a lot. That's a whole fucking lot. But yeah, episode 94 is available everywhere. Make sure you go check that out. SoundCloud Sunday Volume 56 is available right now on the Music Monday SoundCloud. Make sure you go check that out. That was curated by myself and Ivica. Another SoundCloud Sunday banger, man. This is a playlist that you can't be sleeping on, especially if you're a casual listener. If you just listen to music to listen to music, you're not even an artist or anything like that, and you need new music to listen to, definitely check out SoundCloud Sunday. That's probably the place you want to be if you're looking for new music and unheard of artists, 100%. So, SoundCloud Sunday, Volume 56 is live. A brand new article is available on the Music Mondays website by Ray Lowe. Now, Ray has been fucking smashing interviews recently, but this new one is wow. So Ray recently sat down with Kevin Holiday post-tour, and this is an artist that if you don't know or just aren't familiar with, definitely go check out this interview. Ray sat down with Kevin and really talked about roots, musical inspirations, 2023, tour, a whole lot of good stuff. So a brand new article by Ray Lowe is available on the Music Mondays website. Make sure you go check that out as well. Dose of Daybreak Volume 6 is available on our SoundCloud as well by Michael Jones. Michael put together another wonderful mix, consisting of, you know, the usual unheard of, sometimes unreleased underground bangers. But this mix is really special, just because it's not like our playlist. It's not like anything else we have here at Music Mondays. Like I would say that, you know, mixes are something that a lot of people sleep on, and the fact that Michael does mixes the way that they do them, it is just a real blessing. Michael just takes a lot of really, really interesting tracks and just goes above and beyond with DJ skills to really present them in like a new way. So definitely go check out Dose of Daybreak. And if you missed any of the earlier volumes of Dose of Daybreak, definitely go check those out as well. So, a whole lot of stuff is available right now on the Music Mondays homepage and our Music Mondays socials. So if you're not following us on socials, make sure you do so, motherfucker, because we just dropped a whole lot of content over the weekend, as well as a staff design showcase, because we now have a decent design team. So now I can bring that content piece back. That's one thing I forgot to mention. Staff design showcase is back. That's really a simple piece where, we put together a collage of the staff's design work and really promote them, state whether their commissions are open, really just kind of really spotlight their work and give them some love. So staff design showcase number 4, I believe, is available as well on our socials, so definitely go check that out. I think that is about it for super relevant Music Mondays updates that are official right now. We're really just working out the rest of November and really trying to make sure all of our content catches up from In Case You Missed It Monthly, because In Case You Missed It Monthly was really a piece I wanted to make sure we got out, and then now we're going to focus on our our monthly content: Workshop Wednesday, Feature Friday, Underground Classics, things like that. We are in the middle of moving over a brand new writer to the staff team. A writer by the name of Lavender has also joined the Music Monday staff team. We haven't officially announced her roster addition, but when we do, you'll be able to find all their contact information on the Music Mondays website as well. And if you're interested on contacting any of the Music Mondays staff, I figured I mentioned this now, check out the contact tab on the Music Mondays homepage. You can click directly on any of these photos and contact pretty much any of the Music Mondays staff members, including myself, of course, or if you're interested, our email is listed there as well. And of course, Music Mondays is always recruiting. You guys know that. If you're a writer, designer, curator, an underground enthusiast, somebody who thinks that they can contribute to the underground community and the Music Mondays community, feel free to send us your pitch or resume. That is definitely something that we've been pushing a lot recently, but we've been slowly bringing in decent staff members. So recruiting might not be open for that long, depending on how everything goes. So feel free to send us your resumes or pitches. New Music Mondays YouTube series is coming as well, absolutely. That's not something I'm really touching on yet, just because we haven't finalized it yet. But yes, lots of fun stuff coming for sure, 100%. As well as the Music Mondays Awards in December. That's also one other thing that we'll be looking to really finalize and really bring to you guys in the coming weeks for sure. But that's that, ladies and gentlemen. We have been really cruising, and of course, by the end of November, In Case You Missed It Monthly will be coming out with a November edition as well. We'll be working closely with Ivica on that and really bringing you guys a really nice piece, man. A really nice piece, honestly. So, I believe that's it for updates. As far as anything that we really missed. And once again, make sure you go fucking download the Foundation Loop Kit, man. get involved in the foundation because there's going to be a very, very, very interesting prize available as well. Um, Something that we haven't really touched on was how decent this prize is actually going to be. Just because we'll be hosting the winners track here on the Music Mondays homepage. We'll be giving you guys free promo, have cover art designed by our staff team, really just giving you guys a full rollout. So make sure you get involved in the foundation if you want to win that first place prize, man. And of course, me and Sunset will be sitting down next week as well. We'll be talking a little bit about vocals and how you can really get involved in the vocal section. So, it's about that time, chat. It is about that time. So, without further ado, let's get into submissions. Now, a lot of people ask, and some people are unfamiliar, some people just don't know. And I always say, Music Mondays, how do I submit to the podcast? How do I get my work on the show? This is how you do it. Now, these tweets will always read the same format. They'll never be different. So if you're like, shit, where's the tweet? It'll always look like this. And it'll always read artists and creatives. Submissions are open for live reviews on Music Mondays, live on 11/14/22 at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Twitch.tv/onplays. If you'd like to submit your music, artwork, fashion, or digital creations, drop your links and portfolios below. All art forms are welcome. So, contrary to our name, and most of you know that we do react and review more than music. We react to instrumentals, we react to vocals, digital art, merchandise, fashion, digital creations, YouTube edits, visuals, you name it, we've reacted to it and reviewed it here on the Music Mondays podcast. So feel free to drop anything under this tweet. If you feel like your art deserves a little bit of a spotlight, definitely feel free, for sure. So, the sort of next thing that we're going to talk about here is a section that I think a lot of people always miss as well, just because of Twitter's character limit. But the only thing that we do ask is outside of the podcast, and considering we don't charge money for any submissions, we never have, we never will. The only thing that we do ask is that you follow us on Twitter to not only help grow the homepage, but it helps give respect to everybody that does submit every week and does support the Music Mondays community and does interact with everybody. So that's all we do ask, is that you help spread the word and help us grow, because we'll never take a dime from you, and that's how it's always going to be. Especially as far as playlists, articles, submissions go like that. It'll never come down to money. So that's all we do ask, is that you support the platform. And of course, submissions close a couple hours before the show, mostly to keep the show free flow so we don't have any interruptions like, yo, can I submit my link? And I'm in the middle of a fucking reaction. This guy's like, yo, let me submit this. And I'm like, damn, I got like 50 more. Like, nah. So that's why we do close the submissions, so that way it helps us stay free flow. And then that's pretty much the same reason why we curate on Twitter as well, because it helps keep the show free flow. We don't have to open, Google Drives and Instagram DMs and emails and all that sorts of thing. It keeps the audio listeners pretty much in check, and we don't have to spend too much time going crazy. So, other than that, that's about all you need to know about Music Monday submissions. Now, they do open every Tuesday, so we're live here on November 14th. And if you're interested in submitting for next week's show, or you're watching on YouTube, submissions are probably open. But if you're watching live, submissions open tomorrow on the 15th. They'll always open the day after the podcast. So, Music Mondays podcast, the following day, submissions are open. So, just keep that in mind. I believe we can hop right in, though. We have a decent amount tonight. Lots of classics, lots of familiar faces, lots of potential new faces. We'll see what we got here, chat. So I believe first up next we got the homie Ab-Sono, and this might be a unreleased. It is unreleased. So many of you know I'm a big fan of Absono, and Absono just recently submitted a Foundation remix, which, if you're a vocalist, definitely go hop on that. Um, but Absono's one of my favorite producers in terms of a producer that really treats themselves like an artist and really just goes above and beyond for their production and really their platform. So, Absono definitely falls in line with those producers that really treat themselves like artists. And they submitted an unreleased exclusive track titled Filthy Acts. And it has Do Not Disturb as the artwork. I don't know if this I think this is album I think this is album artwork and it's tag trap metal if you couldn't already fucking tell. But I think this is album artwork. I am excited for this though. I'm curious of what let's get into this. Absono, Filthy X. Let's see what we got. Damn. Jeez. What the fuck? Filthy Axe. Yeah, literally all those emojis, Cole. Literally. Nah, literally that's exactly how I feel. All right. So, a minute 50. Let's break this one down cuz I feel like we get a lot for this minute 50 for sure. Obviously no vocals. We're going to talk about two things. We're going to talk about the instrumental and we're going to talk about the overall theme of Filthy Axe. So, I mean, right off the rip, this is like, pretty much your standard trap metal track. Like this has all the elements of what makes a great trap metal track for sure. But I think first things first, I'd like to say the mix is very crisp. Especially with everything going on in it. But that's, to be expected with an Absono track. You can't really be too surprised that the mix is super crisp. But the mix is solid. I like the sound selection for sure. The drums are like, I don't know. It's like perfect drums, but like they're almost like the shining star of this track. Like I almost feel like the drums are like the number one of this track for me. I don't know. I don't know why, but I just feel like the drums on this really took over, which is fine. I think that's a great thing. But the Mel's are definitely a close second shining star for me. Yeah, like I agree, Cole. Like that sound selection really fucking hit it for me, honestly. So drum selection was good. Mel's were very good. Minute 50, I love the structure. For a minute 50, you could have just kind of made this very repetitive and just not constructed well, right? But for a minute 50, I felt like this had enough variety in it as an instrumental to keep the listener engaged, even if it was just an instrumental, right? So, um, structure is great here for sure. And just like the overall use of how everything is put together here in just a minute 50 is just perfect, you know, because you could have went a little bit over and it would have been like damn, or you could have been a little bit too repetitive, would have been like but nah, this is A1 for sure. You know, you could do a couple of different things over this vocals wise, or this would be a great solo instrumental as well. 100%, definitely montage worthy for sure. So let's talk a little bit about the theme here. Do not disturb. I do believe Absona will correct me if I'm wrong in the comments or on Twitter. That this is Absono's upcoming album. So this cover art is the art for it. I do believe. I do believe so. But nonetheless, cover art's fucking A1. I like the font, and it definitely reminds me of like a very Zom like cover almost. Um, Definitely something I would use, 100%. And it keeps up with like the black and white color scheme of the Epsono logo, so aesthetically the theme is definitely on point. Now, Filthy Axe, I mean, you know, it is definitely a grimy, muddy kind of hard beat, and not like muddy in like a sound kind of way. It's just very dirty and grimy kind of instrumental. So I feel like Filthy Axe is perfect for an instrumental like this. Um, you know, you can't really dig too much for an underlying theme here, but I do feel like Filthy Axe definitely sums up like this almost grunginess, dark undertone of this instrumental for sure. So with that said, huge shout out to Absono. Thank you for the submission, homie. Much motherfucking love. Absono is 8 followers away on SoundCloud from 40. Go show Absono some love, man. And of course, uh, make sure you follow Absono on Twitter at Proud Absono. Absono is 2 away from 360 motherfucking followers. That is a great milestone. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We are approaching 80 subscribers. Huge shout out to anybody that already has subs to the Music Mondays YouTube channel. We upload 2 times a week, man. Exclusive segments, full podcast episodes, exclusive tracks, a whole lot of good stuff's going up on there. Especially tutorials. We got tutorials up on there now. We're about to start dropping some like producer fucking tips and shit, bro. Like we're going crazy on the Music Mondays YouTube channel, so you're missing out if you're not over there because we got the best underground shit. Promise you that. Best underground content. I promise. I promise. All right, let's get back into it, chat. So, Lil Caesar, I believe Lil Caesar is a first time submitting artist. Yeah. Now, we featured Little Caesar on SoundCloud Sunday, but we've never featured them here on the Music Mondays podcast. So not much thoughts here going into this, but they did give us 2 tracks, and obviously first time submitting artists, so we'll just go with the first one and see what we get out of the little grab bag here. You know what I'm saying? Spin the slot machine, see what we get. Spiritual Entertainment. This cover is gas. I like the filter a lot. You guys know how I feel about that like analog feel. You know what I mean? So tagged Vaporwave, down tempo, Vaporwave trap. That's a fire ass combo. Vaporwave trap. Okay. All right, first time submitting artist. Lil Caesar, High Tide, 555. The intro's fire. Very chill. That like it's been a while since I've seen a track like this that has just hit the nail on the head perfectly from down to name, aesthetic, and sound. Like this is a very very specific sounding instrumental. Even down to the tags I felt like were on point. Like this was like holy shit. All right. So let's break this down here. We're going to talk about three things. We're going to talk about the instrumental. We're going to talk about, well, I guess no vocals cuz I first time submitting artist, so we're going to talk about two things here. We're going to talk about the instrumental and we're going to talk about the overall theme of High Tide. So, man, right off rip, this mix is just perfect for this, especially for this track. I felt like it knocked just hard enough, but kept it very, very chill and ambient, almost lo-fi like, but not really. Kept it soft enough, you know what I mean? It was very, very chill, but knocked just enough. So I like that about this mix a lot. Kept it balanced, very, very balanced. So let's talk a little bit about the structure here. Now, the structure was almost like it was actually perfect. This structure was like really really perfect, to be honest with you, especially for like a longer length instrumental track. Cuz what? Clocking in at about 334. So, for an instrumental track, you really want 334 to be able to like hold the listener all the way through without becoming too repetitive, right? And I feel like Caesar definitely nailed this. Um, switched it up a little bit here there. But now that I'm thinking on it though, I can't tell what I'm gonna give the Shining Star to, cause I really, really like the drums and the drum selection, but this fucking melody is like in my head now. The melody really made this track for me. It gave me like very beach nighttime vibes, and that's why I like the title High Tide. And then you combine that with the cover, I felt like it was very beach nighttime vibes. No, like this definitely just put you right in that section. You know what I mean? Really, really did. So, um, yeah, I would have to say the shining star for me is this melody. This melody is just it's one of the most enjoyable of this style I've heard in a while as far as like this kind of vapor lo-fi kind of ambient style goes. This is one of my favorites for sure. Um so yeah, Shining Star melody 100%. Drums were a really really close second. I love the drum choice, but also the drum structure was really well done. Um yeah, this was great, especially for 334 and it being an instrumental. This was great. Um let's talk a little bit about the theme here. Now, aesthetically, I did enjoy this cover right off rip, but now that I've heard High Tide, I do feel like this cover absolutely nails it as far as being like one of those spiritual kind of ambient, almost very lo-fi, but like the font would lead you to believe it's like a darker vibe, which I mean, I guess arguably you could say this is a little bit of a darker vibe. Um, but yeah, it definitely hit the nail on the head for me for High Tide. 100%. Well fucking done on the cover for sure. Now, the overall theme of High Tide is something that I really really enjoyed just because everything was so tied together. Like and like actually now that I'm looking at these comments, there's a lot of love on this. Like there's a lot of love on this. So like I definitely wasn't the only one tripping here. All right, cool. Yeah, no, I really do think that this was like really the whole package. You know what I mean? One of those cases where you'd show somebody this and they totally understand the vision. But as far as the overall theme goes, not just aesthetically, High Tide is definitely something that really just comes together with everything from visuals to title all the way down to the sound. It definitely brings you that sort of ambient chill vibe. But man, oh man, oh man, it definitely knocks like you'd want it to. You know what I mean? Like those kind of soft chill tracks that have those knocking parts and like have like almost like really sharp loud basses sometimes are just it just hits different. I don't know why, but this was well fucking done. Well fucking done. Huge shout out to Little Caesar. Thank you for the submission, homie. Much motherfucking love. Little Caesar is literally 9 followers away from 190 on SoundCloud. So go show Little Caesar some love, man. I'm sure there's a lot more bangers on there. A lot. Of course, make sure you follow Little Caesar on Twitter. They are 3 away from 400. That's a fire milestone. 3 away from 400. 3 away. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 80 subscribers, so huge shout out to anybody that already has subscribed. And if you haven't, make sure you do so, motherfucker. We upload 2 times a week, exclusive segments, full podcast episodes, a whole lot of good shit's available on the channel, man. So show the channel and these artists some love. Let's go, baby. Certified for sure? Nah, no cap. I agree. Well fucking done. Okay. So, Absolno, you're good. Caesar, well fucking done. Fruity Chorus. Now, Seth is an artist that we've featured on SoundCloud Sunday a few times as well, but we have not had the chance to check out their tracks on the Music Mondays podcast. Um, Fruity Chorus is really an artist that I am only familiar with through a few SoundCloud Sunday tracks and a couple other collaborations I've heard uh throughout the last couple months or so. So this is going to be interesting. I'm not sure what we're about to be in for. Now, they submitted a track titled Camera. And we do have lyrics and description. Okay, that's fine. Let's see what the comments are. Comments are fucking very positive. One said this is illegal. Damn. Okay. Alright, we got a lot of love on this. Let's check this out then. First time submitting artist Seth, aka Fruity Chorus. Camera. I love the cover, by the way. Damn.
Say cheese for the snapshot, 16 millimeter film for the and everybody think they icons. They outside like Dyson. Picture perfect moment, I've been waiting for the right one. And time to your side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Paparazzi starting to the night. Like I'm moving on my life. You know I do the right times. I pay my dues before I die. I got things when I'm facing the bright light. Guess I took a pose for the camera.
Astral, yeah, that was very, it is really good. I like this. In the clouds, yeah, like what the fuck? 12 days ago as well. 12 fucking days. Okay. This was something different, man. I haven't heard some like real ethereal cloud shit, like kind of alternative style like this in a while, man. Like, especially done this like cohesive. It's so well put together. All right, all right, all right. So, you guys know the drill. Let's break this one down. We'll talk about three things here. Talk about the instrumental. We'll talk about vocals. And we'll talk about the overall theme of camera. So, I did notice this was Prod Seth. So right off rip, I do want to say this instrumental is a fucking one. Well fucking done on this instrumental. Like, you know, we feature a couple of artists, you know, not like a shit ton, but quite a few that do self-produce, and they do need more spotlight, man, because this is well fucking done. This is just another one of those artists that clearly knows what kind of instrumentals they just really love rocking with, or maybe they just cook something up one day and they're like, "Yo, this is gas. I want to use this." But either way, this as far as the instrumental goes is well fucking mixed. And it's just well done. Absolutely. Um, yeah, nothing's clashing to overbearing. I like the bass on it a lot. I like how vocals sit on it. It definitely brings that kind of like OG Cloud feel, but it has this modern kind of take on it a little bit, you know? It's louder, it's crispier, it's more, it's even written different, you know what I mean? So, instrumental, A1. Um, let's talk about vocals here. Now, we have Ty and Bugs here as well, but as far as Seth goes, lyrically, I'm just gonna say right off rip, the fucking flow, especially towards the latter end of this track, with Bugs was just insane. Like, but even then, like Seth's lyrics were very, very, very well written, and like I would say all three of them truly flowed really nicely on this, but they all kind of stuck together and really stayed consistent, which made for like a really good, like, cohesive kind of track. Especially if you're gonna have like three people on it, like sometimes you can go that direction, right? And just almost, you know, sort of really just piggyback off of one another and almost like build off of each other's flows. And I felt like this is almost what was going on here. And all of them have just really, really done a good job as far as like taking this instrumental and almost making it like bouncier than it was as well. It's so funny. This was so well done. I'm there's there's a couple of interesting things about this as well, and the fact that there's three verses on here for sort of this kind of, you know, this cloud ethereal kind of astro, like like the chat mentioned, kind of track, right? So yeah, very, very impressive, to be honest with you. But Shining Star for me, all three of these verses had insane writing. Bugs, Ty, and Seth. Absolutely. All three of them had really, really well done writing that just really just fucking hit the nail on the head for this track. But I'd say another shining star for me has got to be the flows, like I said, though. Like flowing on an instrumental like this is something different. It really brings you back to that kind of like just like classical kind of like cloud feel, you know what I mean? You just have these like really, really bouncy kind of lighthearted beats with like these like just kind of confident flows. They just have these confident flows because they're not like cocky or anything like that. 2016 Cloud Boys vibes. Yeah, it's definitely something like that. It brings me back. You know what I mean? Definitely. As if it's fucking ancient. No, but you know you don't see too many people doing it like this as well as this. You know what I mean? Like there's plenty around the Music Mondays community, but outside of the Music Mondays community, you really don't see this often. Seriously, you don't. Like, you can't name a lot of people that are like outside of the Music Mondays community that do shit like this well. Honestly, you know what I mean? Like, there aren't that many. that I've come across. And if there is, please fucking send it our way because we want to hear it too. But as far as Seth goes, this is well fucking done. Well fucking done. Writing, vocals, mix, how everything sits on the instrumental. Very, very well constructed. I'm impressed for sure. Absolutely. Let's talk about the theme here. Now, aesthetically, like I said off rip, this is like such a dope cover. Minimalistic, simplistic, and it just really like it's very self-explanatory, right? Like one of those covers that's so simple that you got to hear the song and then you'll immediately have like that cover will be like stuck in your head because it's like such a banger song with the cover so simple. Like small contrasts like that really make songs go like the longest way, man. They really do. So yeah, aesthetic wise, this is well done. Especially obviously for the term camera, right? Because this was taken, you know, on a camera because it looks like a Polaroid, but it's also a watercolor painting. So it's kind of got like the little play on words with the title. So it's kind of cool. Now, the track is titled Camera, right? But you know, we have a lot of plays on words here. You know, plays on filming and you know, just a lot of bars about sort of like filming movies and like the paparazzi and that sort of thing, right? But they were so well done because like it's 16 millimeter film for the Nikon and everybody think they icons. Like shit like that is what I'm talking about. Like bars like that is like really really tough. You know what I mean? Like that's really well done. Um there's just little ones like that, but all in all, like I think Seth did a really good job like setting off the pace for this and really giving Ty and Bugs like a good canvas to be able to finish this track off 100%. So obviously um yeah, this was just well done. I am severely impressed with this for sure. But yeah, as far as the theme goes, man, there's no like super underlying camera tone here, but there is a lot of like subtle punchlines and bars about cameras and you know paparazzi and you know Nikons and lenses and shit and there's just a lot of play on words that really make this track what it is, honestly. So well done, Seth. Thank you for the submission, homie. And of course, make sure you follow Seth on SoundCloud. Seth is about like what 90 or no 87 away from 1.7. Go show Seth some love, man. I'm sure there's other bangers on there, of course. Make sure you follow Fruity Chorus on Twitter. Seth is 9 followers away from 340. Go show Seth some love, man. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube free upload. And make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We upload 2 times a week. Exclusive podcast segments, full podcast uploads. You guys know the drill, man. We got a whole lot of good shit on there, man. We've been dropping like crazy on the Music Buddies YouTube channel. But one thing I do want to say is huge shout out to anybody that has subscribed again. Thank you. Because we did hit our goal of 70 and we are on the road to 80 subscribers on the main channel. So thank you guys. Make sure you go show the channel and these artists some love. Holy baloney. Let's go. So, we've been at it. We have been at it like some crack addicts. We have already been live for about an hour and 13. So, let me get up, go hit the bathroom, let me go take a leak. We are about almost halfway through our submissions for the night. So, chat, I need you guys to get up, go get a drink, go get a smoke, go do what you gotta do. Music Mondays podcast will return shortly. We'll be back in 2 minutes, and we're gonna go right back into submissions. Huge shout out to anybody that is tuned in right now and showing love. We'll be right back, man. We'll be right back. Go get up, stretch your legs, do what you gotta do. We'll be right back with episode 95. ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the Music Mondays podcast. Welcome back to episode 95. Let's hop right back into submissions, man. So we left off with SLM. Now, SLM is another artist, like the previous two, who we featured in SoundCloud Sunday a couple of weeks for sure, but we've never featured them here on the podcast, so we'll be going in blind. We don't know what to expect here. So let's check out SLM. Now, they submitted a track titled Shaky, and this art is nuts. This art is so nuts. Yeah, no, I really, really like that art for sure. The description, my hands get shaky when I'm nervous. Alright, SLM, Shaky.
Need relax, take a deep breath, straighten out my back. Leave, don't come back, but watch your step for all that is mine. This is all in my mind. See a call, not in time, I might just decline. I was right, but that's fine. I know for a fact I need to relax, take a deep breath, straighten out my back. Leave, don't come back, but watch your step for all that is mine. This is all in my mind. You were right every time, but that's fine. I saw the signs. If I fall, I'll climb. If it's too tall, be kind. If I decide it's enough to say I tried, not that I really did, but the world would be okay if I lied, right? I think it might. I just lost some light, darker now, but that's alright. My hands are shaking, how can I even write? Out there, they're losing sight. I care, I hope I'm using this right. Need relax, take a deep breath, straighten out my back. Leave, don't come back, but watch your step for all that is mine. This is all in my mind. See a call, not in time, I might just decline. I was right, but that's fine. I know for a fact I need to relax, take a deep breath, straighten out my back. Leave, don't come back, but watch your step for all that is mine. This is all in my mind. You were right every time, but that's fine. I saw the signs.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. Now, I have a couple of thoughts on this, so let's break this down. We're going to talk about three things. We're going to talk about the instrumental. We're going to talk about vocals. And we're going to talk about the overall theme of Shaky. So, The instrumental is perfect for what I think SLM really wanted to, or I guess I should rather say really had a vision for. The instrumental really just kind of lays down the energy of almost an emotional track, yet kind of a very confident track. But it's a very good instrumental choice nonetheless. The mix is solid. I like the drum selection a lot for sure, especially for the melody selection. Everything goes hand in hand pretty well, definitely. Um, Length is good for sure. Let's talk a little bit about vocals here. Now, this isn't like your typical a vocal structure. This isn't even your typical writing structure, I would say. This is almost a more poetic kind of style of writing. Um but it brings like that element of like um raw writing to it, like a lot of raw punchlines, and it's just structured in a way where it almost reminds me of poetry a little bit. So I feel like SLM did a really good job almost conveying thoughts except in a musical yet like poetic writing fashion in this, for sure. Not many artists really can do shit like that and really make it as effective as SLM did here, for sure. So I do like the vocal structure on this a lot. Um, you know, I would say shining star here is definitely the writing. 100%. I really, really like the writing on this. The structure, particularly the outro, I thought that that was a great addition as well. This track doesn't really get too repetitive or stale, which is great, especially for like a first time listener. Things of that nature. This definitely doesn't shy people away at all. I think this is a great first track if you're getting introduced to SLM or really curious as to what kind of vocal work SLM really can do. Um, so yeah, I do enjoy these vocals a lot. So instrumental, solid choice. Vocals really well done. I love the poetic style. Let's talk about the theme here. Now, aesthetically, I said right off rip, this cover's fucking crazy, and I still think so. Um, it's definitely like minimalistic, but effective enough to kind of be a cover, for almost anything, right? Like you could make this a cover about almost anything, but because it is like slightly poetic lyrics, I do feel like this cover really complements it a lot. So the cover was a great choice. Aesthetically, A1, absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about the overall theme, right? Shaky and the description. My hands get shaky when I'm anxious. There are definitely some punchlines in here where SLM's sort of getting some emotions out, getting some thoughts out, but really still staying on making a point and really, really sort of letting a lot of the writing and words flow out of them, right? This is almost in a freestyle fashion, except it's like slightly consistent. So I do like Shaky for that a lot. Um, you know, I would love to see SLM build off of this style. I do feel like this style isn't like it's not like slept on, but I would love to see artists really really push this kind of style more, for sure. So, with that said, huge shout out to SLM. Thank you for the submission, homie. Much, much motherfucking love. Make sure you follow SLM on SoundCloud. They are 5 away from 30 followers. Go show SLM some love, man. And of course, make sure you follow SLM on Twitter. SLM is 7 away from 260, a fire milestone. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We are approaching 80 subscribers. And huge shout out to anybody that already has subscribed to the channel. We upload 2 times a week, exclusive segments, full podcast episodes. Um, a whole lot of brand new stuff is coming to the channel, but now we have tutorials on there, exclusive tracks. We have a whole lot of stuff going down the channel. So go show the channel and these artists some love. So, up next we got the homie No Name Dread, and it's been a while since we've heard from Dread, man. Last time we heard from Dread, I'm pretty sure we were going through um some earlier tracks, stuff from No Name Posse and things of that nature. But this week, Dread submitted a track titled "Wreck from the West." Now, if you haven't heard anything from No Name Dread, or you're unfamiliar with Dread, Dread is really a multi-talented artist when it comes to vocals and production and art style as well. Dread can really come at you from all angles when it comes to a lot of things. So, I'm definitely excited for this one. Dread Goated, I would agree. I would definitely agree. Now this is 22 hours ago, so this is relatively new. Cover's fucking nuts. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Dread made this cover, and it's fucking crazy. Um, Parental Advisory hit the nail on the head. You got like the interstate sign, yeah. Like this is like it's got like that classic hip hop style, but it's still modernized and like underground, like aesthetic, just a little bit. You know what I mean? It kind of has that fine mix for sure. So let's get into this. Brand new, No Name Dread, Wreck from the West, prod No Name Dread. Let's get into it.
Can't explain it, but I try my best. Racing thoughts, my mind never rests. Gotta up these lines on my desk. Just another red coming from the west. Here we go again, another closed door. And the thoughts, yeah, another closed door. Think to myself, what is this for? Pick myself up off the floor. Burning close, cause I overload. No line, keep me on my toes. Which is song, cause I question those. Read a font, that's another low. The reaper seeking, I'm off the deep and say, what's the reason? Been a heathen, no point in dreaming because I'm leaving. Is these feels I'm breathing, or is it deeper meaning? I'ma keep it, I'll probably keep leaking. That's what it means necessary.
Damn.
See my obituary, it's my obituary. No shit, no I pay. Go down in cemetery. Feel up, but only rarely. I wear my some Jim Carrey alive, but just barely. No rise, I just buried. Ain't happy, but still I carry. I'm on, but not long. You're wrong, I'm not strong. Prolong what's been wrong. Hear that in this song. Lifelong, I've been gone.
That was crazy.
Can't explain it, but I try my best. Racing thoughts, my mind never rests. Gotta up these lines on my desk. Just another red coming from the west. Here we go again, another closed door. And the thoughts, yeah, another closed door. Think to myself, what is this for? Pick myself up off.
This is different. What? Nah, dude. Like this guy Dread, bro. This guy Dread. Like this should be catching me off guard sometimes. Nah, not really though. Not really. Not really. Just because Dread is always kind of impressive. Like just coming out the cut with these fucking flows, man. Bro. Fucking Dread, dude. I literally took off my glasses for that one, man. Alright. Took off my fucking blue light glasses, alright? Here we go. Let's break this down. Okay? We're gonna talk about three things. We're gonna talk about the instrumental, talk about vocals, talk about the overall theme of Wreck from the West. So, this instrumental is fucking flames. The melody almost kind of reminds me of a sample, but it's probably not a sample. But it has this kind of, oh god, it sounds familiar, but it's not familiar. It has this kind of like the melody is just fucking everything in this. It is just everything in this because it just brings the vibe. It brings like the kind of swag to it. It brings that kind of different factor. Absolutely. So instrumentally, melody bar none is the shining star for me. Drums are well done as well. Nothing clashing too overbearing. I felt like Dredd's vocals fit really well in this. And I love the variety of the instrumental. Like without a doubt, the variety of this instrumental is really, really fucking A1. Especially for 2 minutes and 9 seconds. There is nothing missing from this track. You have a breakdown. You have another drop. You know, you have a good outro. The verses are great. Like there is nothing instrumentally that you could ever ask for more from this track. It's got it all. So the instrumental is really well done, and of course Prod Dread. So kind of not surprising. But like I said, mix is very solid. Nothing clashing too overbearing. Um, but let's talk about vocals here. I mean, vocals are obviously the star of this. Like this is just fucking nuts. I want to say the shining star and the big thing for this song for me it's got to be the flows and the lyrics. Like just the kind of swag on this is different, man. And Dredd just keeps outdoing himself um when it comes to really like showing off new fucking flows. Like the last like mm, the last like probably like 3 tracks that weren't older Dread tracks. So like say the last 3 tracks that were new Dread had these different types of fucking flows and the writing on it was just like what? So Dread has really really been in the lab just perfecting a style that's just kind of man, it'll really fucking hit. So this is right along with that. Dread has been going to work in terms of like flows and cadence for sure. But like I said, close runner up, got to be writing. Um, all in all, I really enjoyed both as the Shining Star. It's just super well done. The hook is another big star here for sure. And especially the fact that all of that is packed in 2 minutes and 9 seconds is A1, a fucking one. So, um, man, this is like this is like perfect like brand new Dread material. Like this is like, hey, what you been working on lately? And you show motherfuckers this? Damn. Fucking damn, man. I would love to see the reaction. I would love to see the reaction. So this is very, very well constructed and well done. I love the verses on this. The writing's great. Flows and cadences, chef's kiss. Um, yeah, and it's just all packed together in 2 minutes 9 seconds. Yeah, no, this is very very impressive for sure. Now the theme is kind of important here. Aesthetically, Wreck from the West, you kind of get the vibe here from the cover art, right? Like the filter, I think, does it a lot of justice. You have the Interstate California sign, the car wreck, and really just kind of fully grasping the vibe that Dread is really trying to put off here with this kind of track, for sure. And once again, simple. It's not like too overdone. It's not like too overbearing, but it does remind me of those like classical hip hop covers, but with like a new kind of grimier spin on it. It's definitely more DIY. It's more like it's like less HD, and I like it for that. It's better this way. It's way better done this way than it is like any other super fancy way. I like these ones much more. So I mean, Wreck from the West is pretty self-explanatory, but Dread does go into some really interesting writing here. Like, Dread has always been a very talented artist in the aspect that they can take their lyrics and like even the subject of the song and still manage to like get their thoughts and emotions out. So like say the song was about like literally anything. Like Dread can take a subject and be able to like form their thoughts and words around it. And I think that's like such a great notable thing as a songwriter for Dread. Because like no matter what the subject matter, we've always seen Dread work around it and be able to like convey their thoughts into anything. So like regardless of whether Dread's burping on the hook, he's doing shit like Wreck from the West, like Dread is always gonna make sure that the writing not only relates to like I guess the subject and the theme at hand, but also Dread himself, right? Like I think Dread can take any subject, like I said, and just kind of make it their own and really be able to push their thoughts out like that. So I think that's really, really, really fucking notable. For sure. So well fucking done, Dread. 22 hours ago, man, you guys need to go run this up. This is brand new No Name Dread. Huge shout out to No Name Dread. Thank you for your submission, homie. Much, much motherfucking love. Dread is one follower away from 210. Go show Dread some love, man. 210, man. And of course, make sure you follow No Name Dread 1 on Twitter. Dread is 5 away from 170. Great fucking milestone. Go show Dread some love, man. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 80 subscribers. I think we're like 6 or so subscribers away from 80. So go show the channel some love. And if you have, thank you. We upload 2 times a week, full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, exclusive tracks. A whole lot of good stuff's going down on the channel, man. Go show the channel and these artists some love. Let's get it, baby. Clowns, what's good, homie? Hope you're well. Welcome to the stream. Holy shit. Dread just fucking threw us for a fucking loop there, didn't he? My god. Okay. So, we have quite the lineup up next. This... I don't think this is a visual. I want to get through all audio first, of course, and then we'll just fucking... No, yeah. We're good. Okay, yeah. So, this next submission is from Human Resources. Now, Human Resources is a collective that submitted on the Music Mondays very, very early on. I want to say like the first 25 episodes, Human Resources was submitting to the Music Mondays podcast, man. So they've been around the show for a minute, for sure. They've been around. We don't get to hear too much from them these days, but they did submit a track this week, and they are an alternative collective that really are experts at blending genres, really just go above and beyond to make very, very experimental kind of shit. So let's check this out. They submitted a track titled St. Pancras and recorded and produced by Human Resources, synth drums by Heavy Metaphors, guitars by Josh H. and Heavy Metaphors. So we have a super, super duper collab track here. And they always have like some of the best visuals in the Music Mondays community, like for sure. Like, you know, I would say everybody in the Music Mondays community has really good fucking visuals, but theirs come to mind when you want to talk about like abstract stuff and really like outlandish kind of shit, for sure. So Human Resources definitely like have that avenue really, really locked down. But let's get into this. Human Resources, St. Pancras, let's go. Okay. Yeah, see, that's exactly what I'm talking about, man. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, a couple of kings of experimental right here. Imagine King Mark pitched up private vocals, all of this. Yeah, see, Mark, you had the vision that I already had. You are getting it. You are fucking getting it. That's what we need. We need King Mark, human resources. We need to make that happen. But yeah, I mean, like I said off the rip, man, super super good at experimental shit. Like really pushing the definition of alternative here for sure. So, let's break this down. Um no vocals, so we're going to talk about the instrumental and we're going to talk about the overall theme of St. Pancras. So, yeah, instrumentally right off rip, this mix is very grimy, very muddy, very very heavy mix, but you know, that's sort of like the point here, right? This is very experimental, this is very noise driven, this is very much supposed to sound like this. So with that in mind, I do feel like human resources absolutely killed this as far as the mix and structure goes when it comes to something like this. Super experimental, super super noise driven, and really just way outside the box. But much like Mark said in the chat, I'd say some of the shining stars for me here is either the switch up, the sound selection, or just the overall structure, to be honest with you, because there was a couple switch ups, there was a couple drops here that I really really enjoyed, especially for like our shorter track, right? A minute 53. We really kind of got a nice variety here when it comes to human resources, and really like showing their super experimental side, and like what they can push, you know? So I'm a really really big fan of this, 100%. So mix is really well done. Um Structure, absolutely. I would say shining star for me has got to be the structure, just because of the drops and really just the switch ups of this instrumental. And like I said, clocking in at a minute 53, you kind of got to have a decent amount of variety here, and I think human resources definitely hit the nail on the head. um let's talk a little bit about the theme here. Now, aesthetically, this visual is fucking just it's just A1. Like, human resources, much like their sound, they always deep fry their visuals and really like go outside of the box for their visuals as well. Not that this is super outlandish, but it definitely brings the human resources like aesthetic. Absolutely, for sure. And of course you add human resources down below in text. It's just all in all very them, and keeps in line with the experimental kind of chaotic vibe of this track. So aesthetically, I do enjoy this. Now St. Pancras, you know, you could have a lot of underlying themes for this. You know, this is probably sort of like an insider theme between human resources. Um, which is, you know, really really dope when you put out tracks like that. That almost have like secret meanings, or like just meanings that may not be like super well known, right? Because then people figure it out and they're like, "Oh shit, that's what that means," and da 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 da. So I do like this for that a lot. And all in all, it's just really like another human resources addition to really like show what they can do, and really like show off what this group is all about as far as, you know, combining genres, combining sounds, and collaboration, you know? So huge shout out to Heavy Metaphors, and huge shout out to Josh and Human Resources, of course. Make sure you subscribe to the Human Resources YouTube channel. They are 9 subscribers away from 20. Go show them some love. And of course, make sure you follow Human Resources on Twitter. Go show Human Resources some love. They are 4 followers away from 1.80. So go show him some love. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We are approaching 80 subscribers. Huge shout out to anybody that already has. We upload exclusive Music Monday segments, exclusive podcast segments, tutorials, full podcast episodes, exclusive tracks, a whole lot of good stuff's going down on the channel, man. So go show the channel and go show these artists some love. Let's go, chat. Fucking shit. We've had quite the variety tonight, I must say. And we got to go through foundation instrumentals. So, who we have left is really fucking... is really, really, really special. You know, we got some familiar faces, got some first-time submitting artists, got some returning faces, so let's get into this. Up next, we got the homie, King fucking Mark. Now, if you don't know who King Mark is, man, King Mark is one of the most active Music Mondays community members, always supporting Music Mondays, always showing a shit ton of love to Music Mondays, very active in the community, and really, all in all, just a very, very good energy to have around, to be honest with you. But besides all that, musically, artistically, Mark has been fucking killing it lately, and really just putting in work as far as, like, when we first got introduced to Mark till now. So that's why this submission is kind of special. So Mark submitted a track titled Long Roads. And the caption reads, "As the time draws closer, I present track 2 off of Face Tats and Nail Polish." Now, we've heard of Face Tats and Nail Polish a couple of times here on the Music Mondays podcast. That would be King Mark's project that they've been working on for, you know, quite a while, to be honest with you. Like I said, we've had it mentioned in a few captions. You know, I want to say a handful of times, you know what I mean? One of those things that Mark has touched on, but they haven't really, like, fully concreted anything yet, so this is going to be very special. This project is very near and dear to my heart, man. Can't wait. Let's fucking get into it. So, Long Roads. Exclusive unreleased King Mark. From the unreleased album, Face Tats and Nail Polish. Now we got the crazy ass fucking cover art. This is some real, like, sheesh. Yeah, this was art that I had actually seen from Mark not too long ago, and I really like what Mark ended up doing with that, for sure. Shout out to Cole Gerard for mixing the whole thing. Special surprise coming with the release. Hey, let's fucking go. Huge shout out to Cole, man. Mix Cole, cover art Mark, temporary May update made in 2019 when the concept was first thought of. Outro, Cole. Lyrics. Oh shit, we got the lyrics. Oh shit. Ah shit. Alright, let's get into it. Exclusive unreleased King Mark. From the unreleased album, Face Tats and Nail Polish, Long Roads. Go.
Long roads take me home. Think I need to go. was the motive? She looked in my eyes and told me she was chosen to break me, tear me down like that. Anxiety attacks. I think I might relapse. I won't hold you back, and just like your dad, I'll leave you in my past. Glass like shattered bones, forcing the unknown to come follow me home.
Mission control launch. Nothing but clear skies. We are ready for takeoff.
Holy shit. Flow is crazy. Momentum. Yo, I fucking agree. This is one of those flows that just like comes at you fast as fuck. Mike Tyson flow. Alright, let's break this down. I'm getting very much album vibes from this, for sure. I would definitely say that this is album worthy. I would definitely agree that this belongs on an album, without a doubt. Definitely sounds album worthy to me. Let's just say that. So, we're gonna talk about three things here. We're gonna talk about the instrumental, we're gonna talk about vocals, talk about the overall theme of Long Roads. This instrumental was, I don't want to say it's like outside of the box for Mark, because we've seen Mark on a lot of like obscure kind of different styles of instrumentals. Practically everything we've heard Mark on. So I don't want to sit here and say that this is sort of out of the ordinary, but it's definitely not a very common choice for Mark. So that's why I was kind of like, what are we about to get from this? And it's more like, it's more on the vein of like, it's like almost alternative, but like it has this kind of punk, a little bit of pop kind of feel to it. And it's so well done. Like, they're all mixed together so well. And I feel like this instrumental like really almost pushed Mark as an artist. I almost want to say, because it's like, damn, I was not expecting that to come out of Mark, man. So this instrumental choice is well fucking done. And Adium definitely did a really, really good job on this, for sure. Yeah, I like the instrumental choice. All in all, I do. I like this choice a lot. Now, nothing's clashing too overbearing. I think Cole did a really, really good job on the mix as well. You know, that's really to no surprise though. Cole, usually does kill it as far as the mix department goes. So no surprise there, like I said. So yeah, instrumental choice, excellent. Very album worthy as well. I would definitely say that's album worthy too. It just has that like epic feel to it, I guess. Now, let's talk about the vocals here. Now, I love Mark for this vocal style. Just because it's not something that we usually get from Mark. This is a very more like raw vocal style. This is a very more like honest and in your face kind of vocal style. Very like get to the point and like hear me out kind of vocal style. And it's partially due to the mix as well. So huge shout out to Cole. I think Cole did a really, really good job on this mix. Not that it like sounds raw itself, but what I mean, but it's more so like organic and very like original King Mark, right? So I love the mix on this. I do. This is definitely a mix that I'm like, okay. And it almost made me, as like a first time listener to this track, made me take it quote unquote more serious. Because you were like, okay, like how's Mark coming on this? And you're like, oh shit. You know, and then you start listening to the lyrics. And by the way, of course, we have lyrics in here in the description, but we'll talk about those in a second. But shining star here for me has got to be the hook. The hook is very well performed, well delivered, well written. And you know, you got to hand it to the mix as well. I feel like the mix really helped the hook shine here for sure. I really do. So a good job to Mark and Cole, because this hook definitely came out really, really nice. But I would say the second shining star for me is a lot of the transitions and a lot of the breakdowns, like especially this breakdown here, probably about, just about halfway through the track, like barely. Like this second breakdown here, and when it comes back in, a fucking one. A fucking one. I felt like these kind of tracks always benefit from that, and you really nailed this one as far as as far as doing it in this track. So yeah, hook and delivery, absolutely the shining star here. I felt like Mark absolutely killed it as far as like conveying their emotions. Um, second shining star got to be the drops, got to be the variety, and got to be the structure of this for sure. And let's talk about the theme here, where we can talk a little bit about the writing. But first, we have this classic face tats and nail polish cover. And as Mark said in the description, temporary May update made in 2019 when the concept at first thought of. So not a permanent cover art, but still like such a cool throwback and like nod to like classic King Mark cover art. You know what I mean? So that kind of shit is very, very cool. So almost classical, So aesthetics very, very on point. Cole put that in during mix, bro, and it was a surprise for me too. And oh man, like I really, really love what you guys did on this. It just screams album worthy to me. Because this would just be like a really good premiere single if it wasn't on an album, or like at least a project. So, it definitely screams album worthy to me. But let's talk about the overall theme here. I mean, long roads, right? Like, this is totally one of those, like, you're jamming by yourself on the highway or even in the back roads. But, like, much like Bloodcat said in the chat, like, the momentum, the flow, the in your face, it just comes at you so fast. And it's like, damn, okay. And, like, even though it is a very, like, emotionally driven kind of track, it makes you want to get up and move. It makes you want to dance. It makes you want to, like, it's like almost like motivating in that weird kind of emotional way, right? And like those are the best kind of tracks because you can still get your emotions out, but it's not like down in the dumps, lower energy kind of shit. Because it's like you're still getting your emotion and writing and stories out, but you're backed behind this fast paced momentum with this instrumental and this flow. And I feel like Long Roads really fucking nailed it as far as like defining like alternative modern underground pop. Like this is very, very like alternative punk rap almost. Like it's really on the vein of that, it's like experimental punk, experimental alternative. It's very much like it's pushing the boundaries. Like shit like this pushes fucking boundaries, and I'm here for it for sure. So you guys better get ready for face tats and nail polish, man. Let's fucking go. Huge shout out to King Mark. Thank you for letting us premiere this unreleased, unexclusive track from Face Tats and Nail Polish. Make sure you go follow King Mark on SoundCloud. Mark is 7 away from 160, man. That's a great milestone. Go show Mark some love. And of course, follow King Mark Music on Twitter. Mark is 1 follower away from 270. Go show Mark some motherfucking love, man. And of course, every artist featured in today's stop the count. And every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. So let's get right back into it, man. That caught me off guard. That was so fucking funny, man. Holy shit. Mark was like, no more followers. And of course, like I said, go subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already, man. We're approaching 80 subscribers. We upload 2 times a week, exclusive podcast segments, exclusive full podcast uploads, unreleased tracks. You guys know the drill, man. Go show the channel and these artists some motherfucking love. I submitted the other day. I changed my submission after the deadline. What is my fate, my destiny? We'll be able to go through it. No worries. I got you. We'll be able to go through it. We only got like 2 or 3 left. I do believe the next one is a visual though. So we'll go through Sirica Saturn, and then Andre does not follow the Music Mondays homepage. I got you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for not following the homepage, Andre. No, I'm just kidding. But if you're ever interested in submitting to the Music Mondays homepage, we will never charge you for any playlists, any reactions, any podcast placements, any articles, any interviews. We never have charge you for any of that. It's the only thing that we do ask is that you're following the Music Mondays homepage on Twitter, and you help grow the community and show respect to everybody else that does wait all week to get their music spotlighted and played. So, Andre, feel free to resubmit to the Music Mondays podcast next week, and we'll be happy to react to your track here. This is a BCat song, by the way. No Sirica involved. I just like to use the account to store files. Okay. So we do have Bloodcat here. So Bloodcat came through and clarified that this next submission is Bloodcat, but it's just uploaded under Sirica Saturn. And it's titled Springtime in Shoulderville, dropping December 2nd of this year. So today's the 14th if you're watching live. If you're watching on YouTube, it'll be dropping in 2 weeks. So, this is a very Bloodcat cover if I ever seen one. I'm not gonna lie. This is good stuff right here. Produced by TQ. Okay. Unreleased, exclusive Bloodcat, Springtime in Shoulderville. Let's get into it.
Warm summer breeze, you asking what it means. Let it turn you into someone
What a
you
bop.
wanna be. Freckles on your shoulders, lit the dream when it's springtime. Call me when it's over, when you close the door and realize. Warm summer breeze, you asking what it means. Let it turn you into someone you don't wanna be. Freckles on your shoulders, lit the dream when it's springtime. Call me when it's over, when you close the door on real life. Call me when you need a little validation. Call me when the sea is dry, out of patience. Call me when it's over, when you're sober, when you're high. Call me when you gotta know if it's okay to lie. Call me when you gotta go, seconds on the phone. Call me when you gotta go home and be alone. Call me when you shopping, saying I need one of those. Call me when it's time to come home. Warm summer breeze, you asking what it means. Let it turn you into someone you don't wanna be. Freckles on your shoulders, lit the dream when it's springtime. Call me when it's over, when you close the door on real life. Asking what it means. Asking what it means. Call me when it's over, when you close the door on real life. Freckles on your shoulders, lit the dream when it's springtime.
Dude, that makes the cover like 10 times better. What the fuck? Holy shit. That was such a feel-good track, man. That instrumental just made you want to bop. It just made you want to just walking down this fucking sidewalk in fucking summertime, bro. You're just vibing right here. You are literally this fucking cat, bro, when you hear this. Seriously. This is a very feel good kind of track. So, yeah, like I think smooth really is like the perfect word for it, Mark. I do feel like this was very smooth. So let's break this down, man. Um, we're gonna talk about three things. We're gonna talk about the instrumental. We're gonna talk about vocals. Talk about the overall theme of springtime in Shoulderville. So, I love this track, man. I love this track. And starting off with the instrumental, I feel like this was such a catalyst to bringing like, it's not like a positive like, super corny, weird like, held head high fucking kind of energy, bro. Like, no, like this is just kind of like it makes you like bop your head and like it makes you feel good. It's like one of those kind of cool vibey tracks, right? It's smooth, it's chill. It's like okay, what are we getting into? So I feel like this instrumental was a great choice. Um, Bloodcat really isn't shy from picking instrumentals that are not like experimental, but they're different, right? They're very difficult instrumentals too. Like I feel like some people can't really, pick any instrumental they want. I feel like Bloodcat really can pick almost any certain kind of instrumental and have a vision fleshed out for it. Or as long as they do have a vision fleshed out for it, they can do whatever the fuck they want. And this is another one of those examples of where not everybody could take this instrumental and do this, man. Especially keep it in that sort of like bouncy feel good vibe. So I love this instrumental choice. And it says prod by TQ, so huge shout out to TQ, man. TQ definitely killed it. Really just kept like almost like this kind of like R&B slight house kind of vibe. It very had this like almost with some like pop elements too. Like it was very like alternative, but it was very bouncy and feel good, man. Very bouncy and feel good. I like this instrumental choice from Bloodcat for sure. But let's talk about the big deal, which would be the vocals here. It was just very groovy, like from start to finish, just fucking groovy. And it's one of those tracks where you hear it for the first time and you know it's something special. You know what I mean? Like you definitely know it's something special, and you know that it's just one of those that has like replayability. Like like the replayability factor is pretty infinite for a track like this, just because it's one of those songs that would come on in shuffle, right? If you were a regular listener, first time listener, it would come on in shuffle and you wouldn't skip it because it's too loud, or you wouldn't skip it because it's too this or too that. Just one of those songs you always leave on, right? Because it's just that much of a bop. This is what this is. A vocal mix is great here though. Kind of not really surprising. A Bloodcat always does a really really good job with vocal mix. And then when Cole does work with Bloodcat, Cole does a really good job at mixing as well. But they're both really really talented when it comes to that aspect. But Shining Star here for me has got to be the structure, because if you look at the waveform of this, I felt like this instrumental could have been hard to try to keep up with, or like almost try to keep like a flow with, and really try to like fully flesh out as like a full track. But I think Bloodcat really just was super comfortable in this, and really made it comfortable for the listener. I feel like this is a great first time listener kind of track, right? Like I use that example of like, oh, you make music, let me see what you make. Now, like if you're like not a music kind of enthusiast, right? If because like everybody listens to music, but then there are those people who are like quote unquote like music enthusiasts, and they have never fucking stepped foot in a studio and da 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 da, and they're just like, oh, that's trash, that's this, that's that. There's those people, and then there's like casual listeners who just don't know shit about music, and they just know a good song from a bad song. And this is one of those songs you'd show people and they'd be like, wow, you know what I mean? Like one of those that would like impress like your aunt kind of thing. But like also you could like show this to like our scene and they'd be like, no fucking way. Cause it's like it has this like smooth kind of vibe to it, but it also brings in like this element of like comfortability and like real easily accessibility to like first time listeners. Like I truly feel like a lot of demographics could get into something like this. This is a very like widespread kind of demographic. And I like that for this. And you know, not that that's like the goal or that's like the point of a lot of this shit, but this is just one of those things that I just kind of noticed about this, you know what I mean? Um and really just proves that Bloodcat can really push the boundaries on whatever they want. You know what I mean? If I feel like making this, I'll fucking make that, you know? But this in question definitely came out very, very smooth. And for any first time listener, I feel like this was like perfect. Truly. So like I said, Shining Star for me here, gotta be the structure, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Just kept it smooth, to be honest with you. Kept it smooth, kept it bouncy, but also kept it very, very chill. Now let's talk about the theme here. Now, this cover kills me, man. This cover kills me. Just cause the cat references are great. Like I look forward to the cat references now. Like this is just becoming an ongoing theme with Bloodcat of just finding these obscure images and like art pieces of cats that are just fucking A1, bro. And this is it. This is it right here. And you really feel like this cat, like I said, like you feel like this cat when you hear this song. This is one of those for sure. Like I pictured this cat. So cover art a fucking one on this. Absolutely. My favorite so far. I almost want to say that too cuz I have like a couple of Bloodcat covers that I really fuck with, but gotta be like gotta be up there. Gotta be fucking up there. So aesthetically great. Absolutely fucking great. The overall theme though, springtime in Shoulderville, like it almost has like these plays on words that are almost they're like lighthearted claymation type beat. Yeah, there you go, Mark. But yeah, like the overall theme, like there are some lyrics and lines that are almost just lighthearted, and then there are some like standard Bloodcat lines. I feel like this is a great mix of all of the styles of Bloodcat writing. You know what I mean? Because you can always expect really, really good writing from Bloodcat, but this is another one where you're like, oh, okay, like you're really like bringing all the elements here for sure. So, the overall theme of Springtime in Shoulderville is definitely fucking simple enough to like really sort of like understand. Like there's not supposed to be like some super underlying theme, but Bloodcat does come at you with a couple of different styles of writing, whether they be more deep intricate punchlines or just simple lighthearted punchlines. But either way, the writing is well fucking done and made for a really good theme. The cover was made by the same the same AI I use for work for BFF style. Let's fucking go, man. Let's go. Oh man. All right. That was well fucking done. That was well done. Huge shout out to Bloodcat. Thank you for the submission, homie. I love this fucking cover. Make sure you follow Sirius Saturn on SoundCloud. They are one follower. Or you can follow a Bloodcat as well. I'll link both in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And of course, make sure you follow Sirius Saturn on Twitter. They are one. Well, I mean, shit, it's fucking brand new, so just go show up some love, man. They're about 9 followers away from 10, though. Go show them some love. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We are approaching 80 subscribers. We upload 2 times a week. Exclusive podcast segments, full podcast episodes. A whole lot of good stuff is available on the Music Mondays YouTube channel. Go show the channel and go show these artists some love. So, whose submissions left, chat? And up next, we got Freshen Up. And Freshen Up, man. Freshen Up actually submitted a track for Matt Rocks. I thought this is about to be a freshen up track, but they just submitted a track from Matt Rocks. So we got Matt Rocks up in his bitch. Damn. It's been a minute since we heard from Matt Rocks. Okay. So we got some brand new Matt Rocks here 4 days ago. Commented, shout out Kid Cudi. Damn, okay, Matt. Alright, let's get it. So, much like Bloodcat, King Mark, Matt just has this high ass fucking ceiling when it comes to their talent, man. So many people in the Music Mondays community just have this crazy ass ceiling, and Matt is definitely in that crew for sure. So I'm very interested because it's been a while since we've heard from Matt. It's probably been some weeks. So let's check this out, man. Early Morning Dreams Come True. Matt Rocks. Well fucking done. Holy shit. I love this. Matt really did something different on this one. It's crazy. It's so fucking crazy. It's very, very melodic, man. Very melodic. Alright. Let's break this one down, man. So, we're gonna talk about three things. We're talking about the instrumental, we're talking about vocals, talk about the overall theme of Early Morning Dreams Come True. So, I would assume prod Matt. Most of the time, if no credits, most definitely prod Matt. And holy shit. And it's tagged pop, so I would definitely agree. It's definitely on the realm of like underground pop, alternative pop. It definitely brings those heavy pop elements, but definitely sprinkled in some trap elements for sure, good drum elements. Overall, this instrumental was very, very consistent and well-rounded for somebody like Matt. Matt does really well on these kind of instrumentals. I'm not gonna lie. you know, not really surprising because we've heard Matt completely destroy these kinds of instrumentals before. But this one in particular, I feel like Matt was really constructing in a way to almost bring his vision to life and really make this as big as he wanted it to be. Matt always rocks. I agree. And what's good, Ryuki? Welcome, my friend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you're well. Um, but yeah, Matt definitely came through on this one as far as the production goes. Well fucking done. And the mix is fucking A1 as well. Everything knocks, nothing clashing, too overbearing. I like the mix a lot, for sure. Let's talk about vocals here. Now, Shining Star absolutely has got to be the hook. Some of the writing in this hook and some of the writing overall in this track is so well done, but the hook and the delivery with the cadence and some of the flows in the verses are just like, damn. Like you can truly not only feel the emotion, but like really just like understand the vibe that Matt is coming on this track, bro. like you really can. Um, you know, we kind of have seen a lot of spectrums of Matt. We've seen a lot of freestyle stuff, we've seen a lot of hard styles, we've seen some alternative styles, but this one is definitely, I don't want to say like back to the roots, but almost to like what Matt really really seems to like explore the most. Like I feel like this kind of style is what Matt pushes a lot as far as like trying new things, being experimental. And much like Mark said, Matt really did something different and I completely agree. Like this is so on the like alternative pop realm that it's just really doing something different. It's very experimental and I like it a lot. So yeah, Shining Star for me has got to be the hook. It's well fucking delivered, well done. The cadences and flows, it's just, all packed in 254. What can you say? You know what I mean? Like, what can you say? It's, oh, and the structure. Like, look at the waveform. The structure is just A1. Like, A fucking one, man. So let's talk about the theme here. Aesthetically, it's definitely like it has this like oil kind of color style, but it does remind me of a Matt Rocks kind of style as well. Like it's really blending the two. Like it has this classical kind of painting cover, but you can almost tell that it's very Matt Rocks style just because of the color palette and like what exactly it is. Like it's very interesting, but somehow it's very Matt Rocks. So it's very cool. Um so yeah, definitely a solid choice as far as the aesthetics go, but Early Morning Dreams Come True definitely is a title to where you know that this track is really about to be more of like a story, almost bigger than I guess sort of like an average track, right? This isn't just like some freestyle. This is really well written and really like just well executed. Um so I feel like Early Morning Dreams Come True definitely alludes to the fact that this is more of like a bigger kind of deal of a project for sure. So theme on point, instrumental absolutely on point, vocals and hook, Jeff's kiss, well fucking done, man. Thank you for the submission, my friend. And of course, make sure you follow Matt Rocks on SoundCloud. Matt is literally very close to 1.8, bro. Very close. Go follow Matt on SoundCloud if you haven't already, man. And of course, make sure you follow Freshen Up on Twitter. Freshen Up is 7 away from 10 followers. Go fucking follow Freshen Up, man. Go follow Freshen Up. Go show him some love. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. Make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We are approaching 80 subscribers. We upload 2 times a week. Exclusive podcast segments, full podcast episodes, exclusive tracks, a whole lot of good stuff's going up on the channel, man. So go show the channel and go show these artists some love. So, last submission of the night, chat. Last submission of the night, and it's none other then Ivica Glass. Now we kicked off the night with Ivica in the foundation, and now we're gonna end off the night with Ivica and a visual with an instrumental. Now Ivica is very, very talented when it comes to um experimental instrumentals, visuals, a whole lot of really, really dope genre blending and experimentalness going on with Ivica for sure. We featured Ivica here on the show once or twice, not many times, but Ivica recently has been killing it in the content game, whether it's lab grown, in case you missed it monthly on Music Mondays. Ivica has been putting in work. So I'm definitely excited to check this one out. The caption reads "Beat by me, visual by me, mix and master by Tone Deaf." Okay, okay, okay. So we got a little smorgasbord here. We got a little collaboration, if I do say so myself. So we got Tone Deaf in the comments. Okay, okay, okay. Check in the description. Mix mastered arranged Tone Deaf. Bet. Ivica Glass, Tone Deaf, Frozen Memories. So we do have flashing, strobing, eye strain. So if you are prone to any of those things, be aware because we're about to fucking go into a rave. So watch your eyes. The drop is gas. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. Visual going so hard, song such a vibe. Marcus balling. What a night. Nah, literally. Yeah, nah, tonight was actually nuts, Ryuki. You said it. Alright. Alright, so that was wow. You know, Ivica's visuals consistently impress me. They're always just a pleasure to watch. You know what I mean? Like they're always just so abstract and so experimental, man. Um, I always look forward to them because they're always so different every time, man. All right, all right, all right, all right. So let's break this down. We're gonna talk about three things here. No vocals, so we're talking about the instrumental, talk about the theme of Frozen Memories, and we're gonna talk about the visual here. So, instrumentally, we do have a mix and arrangement and master by Tone Deaf. So I do want to say right off the rip, this mix is very, very crisp. It's well put together. I love the structure as well. Enough variety for an instrumental track, but it doesn't go off the rails trying to be different. It's really consistent, and I like it for that. I think Tone Deaf really did a good job wrapping this up in a bow and making it nice for Ivica as well. So I do like these collabs as well. I believe the last one that we reviewed actually was mixed and mastered by Tone Deaf as well. So well fucking done. Well done. So yeah, right off rip, mix and everything surrounding the structure, well done. Now melody is very memorable, but I do want to say the drums are the shining star for me. Just because I do like the sound selection by Ivica, and I really like the patterns here. The patterns weren't like super crazy to where they were trying to do some triple snare roll kind of fucking cook shit, but they were very lavish enough to be able to be pleasing to the ear and not keep the instrumental kind of dry. Especially for like what kind of sound Ivica was going for. So I feel like Ivica really nailed it with the sound selection and really structuring the drums the way that they did. So drums definitely shining star for me here. Close second, definitely the melody though. The melody is very memorable. And really had a good foundation for these drums for sure. So the overall theme of Frozen Memories, you know, obviously no official cover art, so aesthetics will be more the visual we'll talk about, but you know, having a theme about Frozen Memories is kind of like one of those you get what you get from it, cuz it's not essentially supposed to be a theme or sort of like a subject of the track that jumps right out at you, sort of like, oh yeah, this is what the song's about. No, like Frozen Memories is something definitely that you should be able to like really get what you get from it, and you sort of perceive it the way that you perceive it, right? um Hence the title Frozen Memories. It definitely has a lot of like aspects of like sort of like you kind of like looking back on the past but being in the present kind of feeling. At least that's what I'm getting from it, but like I said, you could watch this as a listener and you could get something entirely different from it, especially when you combine the visual with it, which we're about to talk about here in a second. So when it comes to the visual, this is something that Ivica is just really doing something different with. Ivica just goes above and beyond for these visuals, like really goes above and beyond. For one, I love the color palettes and I love sort of like the variety of everything. Like the not only the variety of clips here and like the actual variety of editing itself, but the filters, the colors, like everything going on here has like such a massive variety, and it's just impossible for any of them to be one and the same. So that's what I love about Ivica visuals, for sure. Tone Deaf chose the names in track order. Let's fucking go, Tone Deaf. Let's get it, baby. See, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, even more of a collab right there. Even more of a collab. So, yeah, this visual, a fucking one. Like I said, I love the editing. I love the filters on it. I love the colors. But when it comes to the visual, the shining star here has got to be the variety of clips. If you slowly, like, sort of like really pay attention to some of these clips, like I love the variety and like so many little hidden things in here. Like there are like slight video game clips, there are some like small just little details you can pick out in this visual each time you watch it. So like it might just be a mashup at first, and then like you go back and watch it and you're like picking out new things like every single time you watch the visual. So it's like, okay. So Ivica really does an excellent fucking job with the visuals for sure. Really just goes above and beyond, right? And like even if you didn't go above and beyond, I love artists that really just make sure that their tracks get the best promo and the best love that they can really get. You know what I mean? So if you want to do a visual with your single, you want to do a visual with your project, and you don't have a budget, or you don't know how to edit, Like, you don't have to go super crazy, and then, you know, you have somebody like Ivica who really just takes like a simple concept and almost deep fries it, and really just edits it in a way that they enjoy. So that's really all you got to do, man. And I think Ivica really hit the nail on the head with really making visuals that not only like support the tracks that they make, but also making visuals that really just ultimately resonate with them and what they enjoy, and like really building like a style of their own, something very original and very like one of one. And that's what I love about these. You know what I mean? So let's fucking go, Ivica. Thank you for this submission. Much motherfucking love. And of course, make sure you subscribe to Ivica Glass on YouTube. Lots of visuals, lots of good singles on there, lots of good stuff. And of course, Ivica's part of the Music Money staff team, so go show Ivica some love, man. Ivica is 5 away from 20 subscribers, so go show Ivica some love. And of course, make sure you follow Ivica on Twitter. They are 10 followers away from 680, so go show Ivica some love, man. Let's go. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. So make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 80 subscribers. Huge shout out to anybody that already has. We upload 2 times a week. Exclusive tracks, exclusive podcast segments, exclusive everything, man. Tutorials, full podcast episodes, everything's available on the Music Mondays YouTube channel. Go show the channel and go show these artists some love. What a night. What a night, man. That does it for episode 95 submissions, man. Huge shout out to anybody that did submit tonight. Huge shout out to anybody that tuned in and watched submissions. Huge shout out to Absono, Little Caesars, Seth, SLM, No Name Dread, Human Resources, Mark, Cole for showing love, Ivica, Sirica, Bloodcat, Freshen Up, Matt Rocks, man. Everybody who submitted tonight, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate it. The staff appreciates it. Thank you, thank you. Hope you guys are well, man. Let's fucking go. Tonight was awesome. So, let's say our goodbyes. Let's talk about the next week. Let's have a little chit chat before we go on our way here. So if you have any questions, you want to know what's coming up for Music Monday, you want to know what's going down here or there, feel free to drop any questions, man. So submissions open tomorrow for next week's episode of Music Monday. So if you're interested in submitting for episode 96, make sure you follow us on Twitter or all socials. Submissions will be available in the afternoon tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. Bangers on bangers. I agree, Mark. I agree. Bangers on bangers. Let's fucking go, chat. You guys did awesome. Truly. What a pleasure, man. What's coming up for Music Mondays in the next week? Well, we're slowly closing in on the end of November, which is really, really fucking nuts, but got about 2 weeks left. So Music Mondays will be looking to complete out a episode of Workshop Wednesday, Feature Friday, Underground Classics, and in case you missed it, monthly will be coming at the end of the month as well. Huge shout out to Ivica for working very, very hard on that. Huge shout out to Aster for the graphics as well. Ivica is working very hard on a brand new YouTube series, conducting interviews with artists. We'll be announcing that this month as well. Be on the lookout for that. We're just coming at you from all fucking angles with all types of shit, man. Truly, like, we have a lot to get through for November. Basically just catching up on our monthly and weekly content. And then basically we'll be looking at the Music Mondays Awards in December, you know? So we'll be good to go. We'll be good to go. Woo! Let's fucking get it, Ryuki. And a huge shout out to Ryuki for boosting the Music Mondays server, by the way. As soon as I get off of here, I'm going to make you a nice, beautiful role so you can be right above everybody else to let everybody know that you supported the Music Mondays server and getting us up there to get all of our perks, man. The first episode is done. I just haven't messaged you. Well, goddamn, we got to get that joint uploaded. Nah, it's okay. because we got to get a thumbnail done. So, Ivica, what we will do is we'll discuss details at this week's meeting. So no worries there. Either way, I'll be messaging you this week, so no worries at all. But yeah, let's fucking go. Ryuki steady boosted, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Ryuki showed some love, man. I'm trying to think of like a really cool name though. I don't want to just call it like a server booster. You know what I mean? That's like a Music Mondays contributor, man. That's like Music Mondays funder. You know what I'm saying? Music Mondays investor. But yeah, man. Episode 95 was lit. Very, very lit. Crazy ass week. We put out a shitload of content this week, man. A whole lot of new stuff is out. The foundation competition is still live right now. Stock owner, there you go. So if you're interested in MM Investment Team, if you're interested in competing in the Foundation Challenge, go check out our socials. Find out all the information on the Music Mondays website, on our Twitter, on our Instagram. Find out everything available there. If you're watching on YouTube, everything will be available in the description. So if you're like, damn, how do I get involved in any of that? Check the description. Check the description. So that about does it for the kid, man. Next week will be episode 96. I'll be back with Sunset and we'll be judging vocal tracks from the Foundation. So go grab some of those beats from our SoundCloud. Go grab some of those instrumentals from the loop kit. Go grab all that shit. Go get to cooking, man. Go take this link. Boom. Take that. Go download the loop kit and go get to cooking, man. Go get to cooking. But like I said, that about does it for the kid, man. I'll see you guys next week for episode 96 of the Music Mondays podcast. Huge shout out to everybody that came through, show love, and submitted tonight. Huge shout out to Bloodcat, Cole, Ivica, Mark, Sunset, Clowns, Ryuki, anybody else that lurked and chilled in the chat tonight. I see you. I appreciate you. Thank you for supporting the motherfucking channel. Make the world go round, baby. Let's go. All right, so we've been working like madmen. I've been working like a madman, so the grind continues, my friends. I'll see you guys next week for episode 96. Be safe. I love you. Take care. We'll be live next week for episode 96.